Hello, America, and welcome back to Damien Night Live. Today we will be interviewing the cast of The Imaginary Invalid. The Imaginary Invalid is a French comedy that takes place in 1673, made by the French guy named Molière. This is Argan. He loves to pretend to be sick. Go ahead, Argan. Tell us about your role.
Argan is the imaginary invalid. He is a hypochondriac, which means that he believes he is very sick. In reality, however, he isn't sick in the slightest. The play opens with him reviewing his apothecary's bills for the medicines and treatments he received over the last month. Over the course of the play, he attempts to marry off his daughter, Angelica, to a doctor's son, so he has access to medicine at a discount price.
Angelica is giddy in love, but not with the man her father wants her to marry. She works with the household maid Toinette to foil the plans of her father and marry Cléante, the man she actually loves.
Yeah, it took a lot to get Argan to change his mind. In fact, we didn't even persuade him to let Angelica marry the man she wanted. But we did get his mind of the matter by performing an artificial doctor ceremony, and we convinced him that he was a certified doctor by the end of the play.
Wow, that sounds interesting. And now for a word from our sponsor. And now we're back. Tell us about French comedies in the 1600s.
Well, plays were originally meant to entertain royals, but because of the satire Molière used to make fun of social classes, religion, and the medical field, it gained popularity amongst the bourgeoisie and working class.
This genre of theater is classified as a comedy of manners, which makes fun of behaviors, lifestyles, and it blends quackery and satire. In The Imaginary Invalid, Molière uses humor, irony, ridicule, and exaggeration to criticize people's stupidity. For example, he makes fun of the medical profession by highlighting the greed of doctors. Argan's apothecary charges him for remedies and healing agents such as rhubarb, sugar, pomegranate syrup, and even though they don't do anything to help his sickness.
Fascinating. We'll be back right after this message.
Are you held back by waistline discomfort? Do your cheeks chew up your chinos? You may be suffering from pantsitis. Luckily, there's a cure. Savan is a cutting-edge trouser technology made with stretch fabric and an expandable waistband for maximum comfort on all of your panted parts. Side effects include increased spontaneity and a better relationship with your bottom half. Ask your bottom half if Savan is right for you.
And we're back. Now tell us about the visuals of this theater.
The Imaginary Invalid was first performed in 1673 at the Palais Royal Theatre. This theatre, located in Paris, France, was the first proscenium stage, which is pretty significant considering most theaters today are proscenium stages. Since the play takes place in the time it was written, all the props and costumes are representative of the 1670s. The women wore huge fancy dresses, jewelry, and curly wigs, all of which are shown in the costuming. The men had more of a European style with their coats and waistcoats, stockings, underbreeches at the knee, feathered hats, and of course, curly wigs also.
And speaking of costumes, tell us a little bit more about the author of the play.
Jean-Baptiste Poquelin, better known as Molière, was born on January 15th, 1622. His family was relatively wealthy, but despite this, at age 21, he decided to break family tradition and become an actor. While his initial troupe went bankrupt, his second was quite successful, and played for King Louis XIV at the Louvre, as well as for his brother, Philippe I, Duke of Orleans. He was famous for his comedies and farces and often poked fun at the upper social classes, but never attacked the monarchy. He fell into some controversy with another one of his plays, Tartuffe, which was taken very badly by the high social classes he often attacked, but was overall a celebrated and respected actor. His last performance was the fourth performance of The Imaginary Invalid, during which he collapsed in a coughing fit. He died soon after, on February 17th, 1673.
And that's all we have for tonight. Thank you for watching, and good night, America.
She works with the household maid Toinette to foil the plans of her father and marry Cléant, the man she actually loves.
Yes, it took. Sorry, I thought Damien was gonna sip his coffee. I was like, okay.
Shut up.
Oh, that's a bike game. Oh no. They're raiding the library. They're attacking.
A biker game. Let's go.
Give us all your manga, nerds.
This is all recording.
Is it really?
Oh really?
Alright.
I'm totally buying that in.
Damien, is your face going to be ready to film in about like 30 seconds?
Give me all your manga.
Nerd.
Give me all the manga. Get your coffee mug. Make sure to add slurping sounds when you edit this.
That was really good for there being nothing.
We should do the take on me thing.
Just turn around.
A lot to get Arvin to change his mind. In fact, we didn't even persuade him to let Angelica marry the man she wanted. Oof. Sorry.
Very.
Now you need to sip both of the mugs, because last time you just held one and
Both
sipped
at
one.
once.
So now you,
Just
it's not.
Look,
Just-
it pours the top one into the bottom one, and then you sip from the bottom.
that's amazing.
Or it just goes on my nose. I don't know.
That's innovation right there.
Innovation. Call me Thomas Edison.
This is what the human brain is supposed to be used for. This is what evolution was leading to.
The 18 will have fun cars instead. Theater and visual aspects.
Humans only use 15% of their brain. When they use their full capacity, this is what they're capable of.